Hey guys, welcome to the Edinburgh channel. You heard about full frame crop sensor APS-C cameras. So what exactly is the difference between this full frame and an APS-C camera? Let's find out on this video. So I have the Canon 6D Mark II here, which is a full frame camera, and the Canon's 550D, which is the APS-C camera. And when you look at the sensor of both the cameras, you can see that the bigger sensor is the full frame camera and the smaller one is the APS-C. The Canon has a crop factor of 1.6 times the full frame, as when you compare to Sony as well as the Nikon, you have a crop factor of 1.5. Now we will see what kind of changes you can expect when you upgrade from an APS-C camera to a full frame camera. Focal length is one of the main differences you will find when you upgrade from APS-C to full frame. I have the Tokinas 1735mm wide angle lens on the full frame camera and the 1018mm lens on the APS-C camera. Both the cameras are set to 17mm. Let's try taking some photographs. When you compare these images, you can see that the image from 6D is wider compared to 550D. As with the 1.6 crop factor, the 17mm effectively becomes 27mm. This is the crop factor which I mentioned earlier. Getting the extra reach, bird photographers and wildlife photographers use the crop sensor body, as with a 400mm lens, you can get that effective focal range of 600 to 640mm on a crop sensor body. Same as the focal length, the aperture also gets affected when you change the sensor size. Here we have both the cameras fit with the 50mm and the aperture wide open at f1.4. I've adjusted the APS-C camera a little backwards so that the focal length gets matched with the full frame camera. Let's take some photographs and compare both the images. When you look at the images, you will find more background blur on the full frame camera. Here you see the miniature on the back side, the blue color one. We can make out the shapes on the APS-C camera, while when you look at the full frame, the entire shape is blurred out. So with the crop factor, the aperture also gets stepped down, like the f1.4 becomes f2 to 2.8 on a crop sensor body. Hey, before that, if you find this video useful and informative, please subscribe and make sure to press the bell button so that you'll be getting notifications on the latest videos I'll be uploading. Low light performance. This is one of the reasons why professional photographers use full frame camera rather than an APS-C camera. To test out the low light performance, I'm setting both the cameras on ISOs 3200 and 6400 and taking some photographs, and let's see what kind of images we are getting. While comparing the images, you can see that the noise level on the full frame camera is less compared to the APS-C cameras. So this is the higher low light performance you can expect from a full frame camera rather than the APS-C cameras. But still, with the advent of latest technologies like the mirrorless cameras, you can get really good low light performance in the APS-C camera itself. So when you are buying a latest camera like the R7, then the R10 is there, and when you compare the low light performance with an old 6D Mark II full frame camera, you can see that it matches really well with the full frame cameras in the terms of low light performance. Now for some bonus information, you know that the lenses for full frame as well as crop sensor bodies are different, right? So how to identify this? For Canon cameras, the EFS lens is specifically for crop sensor body and EF is for full frame. For all the full frame lenses, you can mount it on the APS-C camera, but not the reverse. In case of Nikon, you have DX format is for crop sensor body and FX is for full frame. In case of Sony, if you see a letter FE on the lens, it is specifically for full frame lenses. And in case of Canon M50, M5, M6 Mark II series, you have to look for lenses with the EF-M mount. The RF lenses are for Canon's latest mirrorless full frame cameras, the R5, R6, R8, etc. For the same line of APS-C cameras, the Canon released the RFS lenses. So that's all for today's video. If you have any queries with regards to the details I've mentioned right now, you can drop it down in the comment section. I'll make sure to get back to you. So see you next time.